Glad you guys were able to make it. How you guys doing? Third day and there's still plenty to cheer about, huh? I'm really excited about this panel. We have got a number of individuals here with us. We've got Leland Tate from Lucasfilm. We have Sue Rossi, who's also from Lucasfilm. We have Karen Travis, one of the authors. Sheldon Shapiro of Del Rey. And Aaron Alston. And we have Troy Denning. I leave it up to you to give the initial introduction.
Okay, the initial introduction is that we've decided that it's time to start a new era in Star Wars because we can't just keep adding years. It gets really kind of dragged out, always calling it the same thing. So starting with the new 9-book series coming up, which comes after Troy's Dark Nest trilogy, which comes after the New Jedi Order, we are going to have a brand new 9-book series, as I said, called Legacy of the Force. And the era is going to be called Legacy.
Oh, we can go now. That's right.
Legacy. 31 years after the Battle of Yavin. This is the era of Luke Skywalker's legacy. The Jedi Master has united the Order into a cohesive group of powerful Jedi Knights. However, as this era begins, planetary interests threaten to disrupt this time of relative peace, and Luke is plagued by visions of approaching darkness. Yeah, that was pretty key. Keep it, that was pretty cool. Right then. So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and open this up to questions and answers from these lovely folks. So I know you gave us a little bit of an insight into kind of why you started this, but are there any other reasons you can give us right now as far as what drove you to the point of wanting to really open this up like this, to a whole new era, if you will?
Well, the era is going to be, well, you can only have new Jedi for so long. The new Jedi Order then becomes the Jedi Order. So
the middle-aged Jedi Order is.
So by having a new era, it's going to bring some maturity to our young Jedi Knights. They're now in their 20s. And it'll begin the legacy of the Force. It'll all become clear.
Yeah, just a really quick question. Has Carson been rebuilt by Legacy?
They're working on it. They are. It's going to take a long, long time.
It's pretty missed one.
It was.
With the new series, has everything been planned out, such as character development? Are there new main characters being introduced, such as, obviously, when Luke had children, brought in a new major character? Will there be any new major characters being introduced, and what's going on, what's going to happen with those characters that are, I hate to say, getting up there in the years, and what's happening with them?
Well, that's a bunch of questions. I'll grab one or two and then let the others jump on more. As for the characters getting up in years, we were discussing that just a few minutes ago. Back in November, when we had our big story conference, putting together the major story arc for the entire series, we did have a catchphrase come up that should define how you should be thinking about these aging characters, which is 60 is the new 40. Expanded lifespans to these characters, but they're remaining hale and healthy and active up into much later eras, as you know, as our culture is with increasing and improving medical technology. So don't think about them in terms of being septuagenarian, doddering, weak people. They're active, thriving 60 and 70-year-olds and looking good.
Collective line, Social Security doesn't start until 120.
Before that, you guys, we do want to answer some of the rest of what he asked. He did ask about, do we have the storyline in place, and we do have a story arc across the 9-book series. We have outlines for the first 3 or so, and are beginning writing on those, but, so we know pretty much what's happening.
I mean, much as I like chaps in their 60s, there will be some new characters, there will be some younger characters, and there'll be some old faces.
This is a multi-generational epic.
Old faces as in familiar faces.
Yeah, right, not
Old.
old.
Old as well.
First off, I love the new name. You guys are all great character writers, and I want to know from each of the authors, what character are you looking forward to writing the most?
There's a bunch. I'm going to look forward to Han and Leia, of course, which tells you something about darkness. And I look forward, I think, to writing Sala and some of the other characters, which I don't know if I should talk about yet. A lot of the ones that I've been in the book before.
Golly, I'm looking forward to everybody pretty much. You can be sure that if my name's on the cover, you're likely to see Wedge in there somewhere. But yeah, we have the whole span of characters that you're going to expect.
Those of you who know me know that there are certain things that I can't do without in a book, and Boba's back.
Boba's back and he's going to be in trouble?
Yes.
Hi. I almost felt in the whole New Jedi Order series, Luke was a little stifled, like he was kind of wishy-washy, you know, should I start something new, shouldn't I? Will he be a little more decisive? And also, will there be any Ewok pilots?
I think you're going to like Luke in this series. Oh, good. All right.
That's pretty well, Carlos. You know there's one out there. Whether or not he shows up, we haven't really decided yet.
There's an Ewok pilot in the darkness.
And he is really great.
I know it's pretty early on, but I was wondering if we were going to get to read about Kyle Katarn at all.
Yeah. He's mentioned a little bit more than mentioned. He's a minor character, at least in the Darkness series. So he appears. He's working his way.
And if you're about and sitting right there has a Kyle Katarn article on Wizards.com. If you're a Kyle Katarn fan, I would definitely suggest checking that out, because it sort of integrates Kyle Katarn into pretty much every major event that goes on.
We didn't leave him out because we don't like him. We left him out because we were asked to leave him free for LucasArts.
I can bring it up there now. In Star by Star, Kyle was going to die. But then we found out that LucasArts was making another. This was when Jedi Knight or Jedi Academy was coming out, and so Kyle Katarn, I think it was last minute, very last minute.
You got the governor's reprieve.
So it's not all in a part that Kyle hasn't been wasn't more involved in the New Jedi Order. Just couldn't step on LucasArts' toes.
Basically, after we found out that God wouldn't let you mess with him, we were afraid to touch him.
Will Maya appear in the series? Darth, Shira Bree, Marvel Comics series?
Yes. Now, whether she's a Sith Lord or not is sort of, you'll have to read the series.
Actually, she appears on a trading card that Luke has in his hand at one point in book 1, and that's her.
Wow.